So it's finally launch day for the brand new LENOVO Legion Go, the new handheld computer system from Lenovo to rival the Steam Deck. And I just got my package in from Best Buy, so I'm so excited to unbox it with you guys and see what we've got because I've never seen this thing in person. So one of the coolest features about the LENOVO Legion Go is the fact that yes, while it does have the form factor of the Steam Deck, it actually acts sort of like a Nintendo Switch in that you can remove the controllers from the sides, which is a pretty cool idea for a handheld computer versus something like a Nintendo product because it allows you to have a couple different styles of play that you don't have on the Steam Deck. So first thing you're seeing inside the box is a lot of padding, which of course keeps the actual box for the, I was about to call it the Steam Deck, for the LENOVO Legion Go safe. Oh, look at that. Came out in like a unit. So here's the actual box for the LENOVO Legion Go. I ended up going with the $699 unit, the 512 gigabyte unit, and it is the lower end version, but I think the only difference between this version and the higher end version is the size of the storage. So some of the tech specs that you can find crammed into this tiny device are the AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme 3.3 gigahertz. You've also got 16 gigabytes of RAM, and of course I grabbed the cheaper version, so I got 512 gigabytes of solid state storage. You've also got an integrated GPU. You've also got an 8.8 inch WQXGA-TS display. You've got a 2-cell battery, and then also Windows 11 Home. That's another difference between the Steam Deck and this. The Steam Deck comes with SteamOS. This comes with native Windows. Let's pop the top of this guy, see what we've got. I wonder if I should do this on the unboxing table. Let's do it. All right, here it is, the box for the LENOVO Legion Go, and it's actually a pretty clean looking box. It comes in this sort of black matte finish with the Legion text written in gloss. I kind of dig it. So let's pull the top off of the box. And first thing we see inside the box is an outline of the LENOVO Legion Go. But before we get to the actual unit itself, let's pull out this little side box, see what we've got in here. I'm assuming it's cables, most likely cables. So we first have actually the only thing here, it looks like the power brick with a USB-C. I really love how the wire comes out of the bottom of the brick. It makes it easier to get into some tighter spaces. It also looks like it could be removable. I was gonna try it, but I feel like I don't want to break it. I'll look into it and let you guys know in the full review. But now let's get to the unit itself. Here it is inside a carrying case, actually pretty similar to the Steam Deck. Actually, is there anything underneath? It still feels kind of heavy. Oh, we've got some instructions. Is that it? That could be it. It could just be heavy cardboard. We've got this little thing that says, get the best from your device with Lenovo services. Not gonna do that. We've got the carrying case in this sort of cardboard sleeve. It shows different ways to use your device. You've got the standard way. You've got the, I'm assuming the motion controller way. You've got the computer way where you can plug directly into a monitor. And then you've also got some sort of phone literature there. On the top, you've got Lenovo Legion Space with some interesting icons to show what it can do. On the other top, I'm assuming is what this is, you've got a diagram showing exactly what this unit will look like on one of the sides. It shows the USB-C port. You've got the power guy right there. You've also got the on switch. And that looks like it's pretty much it. So let's slide off this sleeve. And I'm really excited to see this because I haven't seen this before. I don't know what size we're working with. I'm really excited to compare it to a Steam Deck. So let's see. The carrying case also looks really nice, I've got to say. There we go. Wow, that is a unit. That is a unit. Whew, this is a big boy. Okay, so the USB-C is in the bottom. The power button's on the top right there. And then you've got Legion on the back. Let's see what this is. Is this a stand, it looks like, possibly? I'm not sure. Is that everything inside the box? That is everything inside the case. All right, so now that we've got it out of the box, let's take a quick look at the device. The first thing that I notice is you've got your USB-C on the bottom and USB-C on the top. You've got your volume rocker, and then you've also got your power button, and it also looks like a 3.5mm headphone jack. You've got a bunch of buttons on the controllers, more so than most people probably need, at least on the right controller. You've got obviously your RB, LB, you've got your triggers, and then on the right controller, you've also got an M2. Is that what that says? M2? Yeah. I'm assuming some kind of programmable button on the side right there. And then on the back, obviously, you've got more. You've got 2 buttons right here, a scroll wheel on the right one. This controller has so many buttons and inputs. It's crazy. On the left one, you've got 2 buttons as well. You've got Y1, Y2, and then on the right controller, you've got M3, is that Y3? Yeah, Y3, okay. In different layouts, interestingly enough, so a lot of different configurations you can do there. I wonder if it'll get difficult to kind of remember where these buttons are. I guess you can feel them, but interesting. Okay, on the front of the controllers, you've got your touchpad on the right side, you've got your joystick, and then YBAX or XYAB, and then you've also got your settings button. On the left side or left controller, you've got 2 settings buttons. It looks like a home button or a menu button. You've got your D-pad, which feels, all right. And then you've got your other joystick. And then in terms of hand feel, it feels fine. These edges are kind of getting my palms a little bit. It's not as comfortable as the Steam Deck. I will say that right off the bat, at least for me. Maybe my hands are, I wouldn't say they're smaller than most, but I don't know. Maybe if I'm holding it like this. I guess it's not uncomfortable, it just, you feel it. The Steam Deck, it just feels like a smooth transition into your palm. This, you definitely feel a ridge. But it's not like an uncomfortably heavy or uncomfortable device. Actually, speaking of that, let's compare this really quickly to the Steam Deck. Also, look at this. You've got a adjustable kickstand, kind of like the Switch OLED, which is kind of nice. You can kind of slide it out to wherever you want it. Nice touch. One thing I found the first time I did this, actually, because I did a whole take where I recorded all this, and then it just didn't have sound, so that was great. When I pulled it out from the right side, and only the right side came out, so it kind of got a little funky right there, which is a little weird. But so here it is, the Steam Deck compared to the LENOVO Legion Go. Obviously, it's about the same width, but the LENOVO Legion Go is significantly taller, which is interesting. Like I was mentioning before, this area right here that rests in your palms feels really great on the Steam Deck. On the LENOVO Legion Go, the hand feel just isn't as good, in my opinion. But the LENOVO Legion Go can remove the controllers by pressing this button on the back right here, which I showed you guys earlier. By pressing that and pulling down and out, there we go. Kind of jarring the first couple times you do it because you feel like you're ripping the thing apart, but it is what it is. And we do it in the other guy too. Actually, still, that one came off easy, okay. All right, so one advantage that the LENOVO Legion Go has over the Steam Deck is the fact that the controllers are removable, and they feel all right in the hands. Definitely bulkier than a Nintendo Switch controller, as expected. And I'll be honest, I'm not sure if there's gyros in these controllers. I haven't tried this out yet. I haven't done a lot of research because I wanted to give you guys a first, honest, unbiased unboxing. But for the actual review, I'll play on this guy for about a week, and I'll check out all the tech specs and be able to give you guys a full, comprehensive review and let you know whether it's worth getting the LENOVO Legion Go over something like the Steam Deck. We'll get into that a little bit later on, probably in about a week. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. But yeah, pretty lightweight controllers. Feel all right in the hand. Interesting that you can remove them from the system itself. You've also got this button on the bottom, or a switch thing on the bottom that says off FPS. So maybe you can, oh, what's that? Got a little camera guy on the bottom too. Little IR sensor thing. Is that what that is? I don't know what that is. Interesting. You don't have it on the other controller. There's so many inputs on this controller, it's ridiculous. Let me plug these guys back in. It's not as clicky as the Switch, I will say. I definitely prefer the clickableness of the Switch. There we go. And it's turned on. I pressed the button earlier, it didn't turn on. Plugged it into the charger for a couple minutes, and now it's good to go. I love that the joysticks have LEDs underneath them, and apparently they're magnetic, the joysticks, the way that it tells their movement. So it should reduce drift in some way. Not too familiar. Oh, look at the size of this screen. With how that all works, but I'll figure it all out. So at this point, I'm gonna take a couple minutes and set up the device, make sure it's working, and get some games downloaded, and then for the next couple days, I'm gonna play it and see how good of a device it actually is, and whether it's worth your money, and also how it stacks up to the Steam Deck. So if you guys are interested in learning my full, in-depth thoughts about the LENOVO Legion Go, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. With all that being said, thank you so much for checking out this unboxing, and I will see you all in the next one.